A Talker research survey of about 2,000 adults found that 1/3 of people say that they're currently experiencing an existential crisis, with younger adults more likely feeling this way than the older generations. Near 4 in 10 say their entire lives feel out of control, feel like they are not the main character in their own storylines, that quite frankly, they don't feel as if they know where the storyline is going at all. This is a very understandable and reasonable feeling. This isn't something that is new. This has been happening for decades, but quite honestly feels a little bit more constrained nowadays. And I think that we need to think of ourselves in a different light. You see, I recently moved in the last 2 years. And a friend that I met down here had a surprise proposal for his girlfriend. He got a big group of us and had told us to go to the pier where there was a boat waiting for them to come, and we would all celebrate together after he performed a surprise proposal for her. She got there, she saw all of us, extremely excited. She's wearing this beautiful white dress. He's wearing this formal white suit and tie. And we had one of the greatest nights as a group since we've been down there together. I wake up that next morning and I'm with two of my friends sitting on the porch of his house, just drinking coffee, having breakfast, talking about the great laughs, the beautiful pictures, the beautiful sunset. And the only thing that I was thinking about in that moment was not where I am at with my life, but how these are two people that have been together for 6, 7, 8 years now. And I was one of those people who were there for one of the most important parts of their main storyline. I was a side character to them. Not only was I a side character, but I was a pretty darn important one. I believe that we need to stray away from always thinking about being the main character of our storylines, but also looking more towards being a great side character of another's storyline. There are reasons for this. Focusing less on being the main character of your story and more of another, it takes less stress off of yourself, this spotlight effect that everything needs to be perfect. You also get a sense of joy of moving someone else, of being part of someone else's life, and knowing that they were truly impacted by your presence. I went to college with someone who recently reached out to me, and he wanted to catch up, asked me how I was. I asked him how he was. He's in a completely different state. He's in his master's program for data science. And he said during this conversation, I was a stoner. I used drugs in college, and everyone looked poorly on me. They looked as if I would be nothing in life. And yet you were always there for me. You always believed in me. And he stated, I want to thank you because I wouldn't be where I am without you. This is someone I haven't spoken to in years. I spent a short period of my life with this guy. You could almost say that this character was a short-term character. Although I love him to death, and I will always reach out to him. I will always be there for him throughout my life. But to be that impactful to someone else allows someone else in my shoes to really think about what they want in their own lives. And that points back to, again, allows you to learn more about yourself, allows you to feel like you are an important piece of someone. We want a why in our lives. We want our own side characters to lift us up. We want to develop our main storyline. But sometimes being a leader isn't about thinking fully about yourself, but thinking about others first. The best leaders don't always need to be the main character. Look at Samwise Genji from Lord of the Rings or Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean. Leaders embrace being a side character in other people's stories. And that very generosity gives them the confidence to fully own the lead role in their own story.